Here we go.
I mean, it looked pretty good without any blue.
Here, I'll go ahead and look at my phone too, because we can see comments.
Go live here.
Okay, we going live so you can monitor. Thank you, baby.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? So let us know if you can hear us as you guys are coming in. Let us know if y'all can hear us on YouTube. This is Sandy and Paki from the Hood Estates. I came out to Orlando and we're getting a chance. Hey guys, hey Arthur, you're the first. We're getting a chance to sit down with them. So here, I'll let you guys come in. Tell us where you're coming in from. Tell us if you can hear us and see us. Hey, is that King to Kinmay? Deja. Hey y'all. Okay, good. The Money John says, hey, Sharita. Yes, y'all can hear us. Hey, happy Sunday, everybody.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Oh, let me say it how we say it when we're in church. This is a day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it.
Amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right, I am pressing record. And y'all, literally, this is literally just an impromptu, fun conversation. And y'all can put in here comments too as we're talking to see what questions you have. We'll be able to look at them and chat. But okay, well, first let me introduce myself and then I'll introduce them or let them introduce themselves. So y'all know me, I'm Terry Gioma. I'm the founder of Trade and Travel. I quit my job as assistant principal to start traveling all over the world, and I was affording it by trading stocks. So while I was gone, people started asking me to teach them how to trade. So I started my first class in Thailand, my second class in Vietnam, and then came back home. And my last week in seminary did a class in the States, and a ton of people showed up. Then they started asking me, okay, what about Houston? What about Chicago? And I said, well, let me just do this online. I'm going to let them know I have an online course and see if anybody comes. Fast forward to today, over 6,000 students have enrolled in the course, and it's one of the top courses on Teachable. We've just had like really great success with the students, though. They're making $1,000 in a day. They're changing lives. They're, paying off their debt. They're paying for their bills. So just really, really cool things. And as y'all know, I love to also just sit down with other awesome entrepreneurs. So I'm going to let them introduce themselves, but you want to introduce yourself to the people?
Go ahead.
Don't
Sandy.
say my name.
Go ahead. I'll let you.
Hi, I'm Sandy. Because he'd be like, hi, I'm Paki. This is Sandy, my wife. No, I'm Sandy, y'all, from Hood Estates. I am the yin to his yang. That's what I am. And I'm the heartbeat. I'm the lover. I'm the nurturer. And I bring what I bring? I bring the funk.
Yes, ma'am.
To the States.
To say the least. So basically, my name is Paki. I'm the other part of Hood Estates. I'm more so the person that's teaching and helping people. And we have a long journey. We've been married for almost 25 years. And, we're grandparents now. And we've just been through a lot from real estate to trucking and just investing in things like that. So mainly our thing on our platform is to help our community learn how to make passive income. So I'm also known as PIP, Passive Income Paki. But the goal is to show people how to make passive income through real estate. And our method is buying in the hood. That's hence the name Hood Estates. So it stands for buying real estate in the hood. And it was to start to show our community that we can own properties in our neighborhood. We can make passive income while also reviving the neighborhood. So that was one of our things. And then we also teach our community how to make passive income in trucking. Trucking is a big industry. There are many ways of doing trucking, but our way is a more passive way. And it's something that we wanted to teach community. So between all of that, we pretty much like to lay the foundation of financial literacy, saving to invest, building wealth, creating financial freedom through passive income. And just our two biggest things is family and freedom. Yeah. So a lot of people say, well, this is what we promote. Our lifestyle, everything for us is family. That's why you always see us is with family and freedom, which is our time freedom. So that's our goal. We never came in with a real mission. It's funny how sometimes that you can start things. And I know we're always taught, set these goals and come up with this plan to do it, and that's all good. But sometimes God is like, okay, that's
Right,
oh,
that's
that's your
cute. That's
that's your
cute.
goal. Oh, that's your plans.
Yes.
All right,
Right.
this is what I have for you to do. And believe it or not, I can honestly say 10 out of 10, it always works out better that way.
Mhm.
Like, I can now look at a lot of things that I found the most success at, the things that wasn't the plan. It's almost like you said, you went to school and you thought, I'm going to be behind the camera. I'm going to be this media person.
Yeah.
And God like, okay, that's cool.
Mhm.
Nah, you're going to be right here. So same thing. If you would have told us 5 years ago, and I'll be honest, 5 years ago, we had the trucks, but if you'd have told us we would be known for teaching our community how to get into trucking passively,
Mhm.
I'm like, Terry, what are you talking
We
about?
laughed.
That's not true.
Facts. Yes.
So it's again, don't get me wrong. I think you set this goal of where you want to be, and you now have to always go back and say, God, show me how to get there.
Yeah.
Because another thing, sometimes our goals and our thoughts are not his for us.
Amen.
We have to understand that God's plan for us is better than even our own plan.
Ooh.
Mhm.
But sometimes we get so stuck in our own plan. I want to do this and I want to do that. And I can honestly say right now, I'm living the best life I possibly can because I'm realizing it's God's plan, not my plan.
Yes.
Yeah.
And every time I went with my plan, yeah, it worked out. It was cool, but it seemed like it was always a struggle.
Mhm.
Even with finding success, it was like, this is a struggle. And now everything seems to be like, you know what? I get opportunity that comes our way and I don't just jump on it. Let me take this back to my consultant, which is God, and let me consult with him. And now let me be quiet and be still and be patient and wait for him to tell me, should I be doing this or not? And what I realized every time that I'm still and I'm patient and I allow him to tell me yes or no, when I say it just works out so smooth.
Wow.
And it's hard because, and I don't mean to take over the line,
No,
but
go ahead. This is Sunday and you are preaching.
okay.
Go for it.
Oh, they call you pastor too.
Oh, okay, yeah. Some people call me pastor, but it's hard sometimes because, we're taught to just, if this is your drink, go after it.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying you shouldn't, but again, I've just noticed that every time it's something that, God has put in my path, it just works out. It just pans out, and it's not hard. Like everything comes with obstacles, but it's not hard. So over the years, because I was that guy, Sandy will tell you, I was that guy 24/7. Like I got the grind, like I'm in my business all day, all night, all day. Like, there were plenty of times I missed out on family things and events and opportunities with the family because I'm like, Sandy, I've gotta make this work. Like I gotta go to work. I gotta keep grinding, and just countless amount of time with my family and things that I wanted to do because I was so stuck on that. And I was just explaining to Dre out there, I wasn't making the money. I thought I was making money, but I really wasn't. And that's what they say. You're not really making money till you making money that don't require your time.
What?
That piece.
Right?
That piece.
Oh, where are my tweeters? We can write that down.
Yes.
Yes.
You're not really making money until you making money that don't require your time. So now I realize, oh, I make money now because I'm here with my family having a good time, and my bank account is still growing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So all this hard work, and me being a believer and us being believers, this is what you have to understand, especially if you're a believer. Some people out here, they're believers and they're not basing their principles on their beliefs. Right?
Tell us more about that. What do you mean? When
Okay.
You say?
So I was talking out there. We've had a real deep conversation out there, right? So I was talking to Dre out there, and he was talking about how hard he's been working, and it just seems like I'm doing so much, but the money's not coming, right? And I say, because if you're a believer, we know as believers that we're not blessed by our works.
Yeah.
We're blessed by our obedience.
Amen.
So I say it again. We're not blessed by our works. We're blessed by our obedience. So some of us are working. Man, I'm grinding. I'm putting in the time, and I'm not blessed because God never said I blessed. Because if we was blessed by our works, the construction worker would make more than
Facts.
The
better say
investor.
that. Yes.
He's working hard.
He's working extremely hard.
Yes.
Working more hours than everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But why am I blessed? I'm blessed because I'm obedient.
Yeah.
Right. And what happens is when you're obedient, there's doors that will open for you because God said, I'll pour out,
My blessings, yeah,
you
my
don't
resources.
you don't even have room enough, it don't have room enough to receive me.
Yes.
See, it overflows.
Come on now.
And people don't understand. Me and Trap talked about it one time. There was a particular person we knew, and he was like, bro, I seen this particular person like grinding, like day in and day out, all day. And at the time, it was a particular accolade we had reached financially. And he was like, bro, wait a minute, bro. I see your lifestyle. I've been around you. How did you make that? And this person made the same, but this person never seen their family, never got a chance to do anything, literally worked 7 days a week. And I said, it's because the principles I stand on. Again, my beliefs are based on the principles. So the principle, it says, you're not blessed by your works. You can't work enough for God to bless you.
You can't earn it.
You can't earn it.
Right. You earn it with man, not
right.
God.
So when God says that I'm blessed by my obedience. So if it's by my obedience, I only need to do one thing.
What
is that?
Be obedient.
Okay. All right.
When you hear the Lord, actually do that.
Right. Just be obedient. Right. And the thing is, it's so parallel with investing, right? Because what happens is when we hear from God, the problem is most of us are not patient.
What?
right?
In this world?
Right. So the thing says seed, time, and harvest. We want seed and harvest.
Yes.
Right. No time.
Yeah, we don't want to do the time in
between.
Microwave
life.
So because I was just obedient and I didn't see a blessing instantly, I quit.
Yes.
Versus, no, I'm obedient because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And God, you'll bless me. Right. And I'm not looking for how or who.
Yeah.
Oh, that's deep right there.
Tweeters. I'm not looking for how or who.
Yes.
So living off of this principle has put us in a position that the blessings flow, but it's not hard work. And I don't like to talk about it a lot on social media because to a lot of people it's offensive because people just feel like, well, I had somebody tell me, you telling people they don't have to work hard. No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. Because we work hard, but what I'm saying is the blessing is not connected to how hard you work.
Right. At all.
Right. It's connected to your obedience. So a lot of times, and again, if God's my father, look at all the things he said he wants to give me, right?
But let me elaborate on where he was at. So when you said that people get offended, people, you're offended because the truth hurts. The truth curves things, right? And the truth prunes you. So if what we're telling you offends you, what we live in the evidence of, if this offends you, go back to the history of your bloodline. Go back to the history of the people who showed you that you should work hard. Are you in generational wealth right now? So the evidence shows you that you go die till you work. You go work till you die. So we're showing you that we live in a freedom life. Our life is free. And we telling you that it's work smart, not hard. And you cannot earn this with God. This is totally surrendering and saying Proverbs 16:9, you have control of my whole plan. My whole plan. So God, I lay this before you. Now, I'm not going to go there and go do the religion thing. You know what I mean? Because I'm a spiritual person.
My people know I believe in Jesus.
Okay, so
Jesus is my father. Yeah. So go there.
We this is a sisterhood here. My thing is this, when you understand the word of God, you get out of tradition. You start living into what the spirit man is. And we live in this carnal right here, this right here. And we want to follow what everybody teach us. See, let's make this very simple. Instagram have followers, right? But it takes leaders. You're following people who you want to lead you, right? So there's a transition that's supposed to happen. When do you become the leader? Because you want to follow people, right? So that you can become a leader into your own thing. Now, going back to how this going to make relevance in what you said is that the people who Paki said, you said this, that it takes offense, right? So the people who you following in a path that you taking and working hard, have they showed you freedom? I like to pause. I like people to think. Paki taught me that.
Mm-hmm.
Have they showed you freedom? Why are you working so hard? Because if their life gave you freedom and wealth and knowledge and education, then why are you working so hard? See, now our life, our freedom and our wealth is go now that our grandkids don't have to work as hard. Now them grown children, I don't know about that. But them, I mean, them grown children, it might skip a generation. Them grandkids, they already wealthy. The moment they turn 18, they wealthy automatically. So I'm actually, I stated that. So when you always say that to people, right. I always wanted to come behind you and say, so the evidence of if this offends you, freedom offends you, then the evidence of what you follow and how that don't offend you, because you still working hard. You shouldn't be working hard. If your generation is filled with wealth, it's filled with knowledge, that means that was a passive legacy left down to you, and it was to work hard, right? No, that ain't how that go. I just had to have your back a little.
No, and it's cool because, and I see somebody on IG said, which is a great question, obedience to what?
Yes, and I actually want to say there's a difference. Like right now where you all are, so you had obedience like 20 years ago, 10 years ago. And now where you are, you're seeing the fruits of it now.
Correct.
So I think there's a road to this as well.
Time.
So there is a 10 years ago when you were obedient to what God said, it didn't look like it didn't look like freedom.
Right.
No.
But you were obedient, and now he has shown you what freedom looks like.
Right.
So sometimes it is like there's some work that goes into it, but then the goal is to get to this place of having that passive income so that you don't have to work as hard.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Indeed. Yeah. In fact, it's so true. And even to answer the question, someone said obedience to what though? And that's the beauty of it. God's plan for everybody is different, but the same, right? It's different, but the same because our paths are different. And believe it or not, so I'll give an example. I knew, and this is why it's important that we take time and meditate before we make moves. Again, everything is so quick. When there are deals, opportunity, we talked about it earlier. I think my daughter's boyfriend asked, like, how do you know about like what to invest into?
Yeah.
And I was saying there's no one way for everybody because it's based on your time, your capital, your risk tolerance, all these things. So same thing. I think what happens is if we just take the time and seek God before we make moves, he'll tell us what to do. So I give an example. We had sold the hotel back in 2016. And we was like, after you heard the stories, we was like, we need 3 months of doing nothing. Like that was, we talked about it last night at the bonfire, right? So we came up with a thing of we wanted to now find a way to make mobile income, which was, we wanted to do something to make income outside of our real estate portfolio. And because, we did this hotel and that just drained us so much that we wanted. So we came up with the thing of a social media marketing agency, right? It's crazy.
I didn't know y'all had a social media marketing
so
agency.
I'm gonna tell you how I came full circle. So at the time, we started a social media marketing agency because this is what we wanted to do, right? This is what we wanted to do. We bought a course, right? Courses work. We bought a course and we started to watch the course. And in between this time, Sandy said, God has spoke to her. Here we go again. This is why it's important you have your alone time with God. You got to get in a secret place and get quiet and just listen. Not praying, listen. Right? Listen. And she said, hey, it's been heavy on my spirit. God wants us to do something on Instagram, like to start a page and show people what we do in real estate. And I was like, nah. And I'm gonna tell you the real story really quick. So she tells me this. I'm not on Instagram. I'm not really a social media guy. And I go and look. I said, well, let me see. I love LeBron James. I went to his page. So I'm like, dang, they like roasting him. They really going hard on LeBron. Like, that's not cool. But I'm like, okay. Then I seen a post with his kids. And them people was roasting his kids. And I'm like, oh, nah, Sandy, I'm not getting on Instagram. I'm like, nobody ain't talking about my kids. Like, I'm not dealing with that. So I was pushing back. But mind you, she's saying, listen, babe, I know what God told me to do.
Mhm.
And I know, and here we go. Here's this obedience thing.
Mhm.
So I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. And this is how I am. I've always been like this with God. Nah, and then turn around and do it. Right.
Mhm.
So I was like, nah, I'm
Like,
not
my heart
doing it.
says
Right.
no.
Oh, I'm
but-
big
or
on
my
that.
head
Like,
says
yeah,
no, but my heart says
I'm big
I
on
better do
that.
it.
So I'm
Yes.
like, no, I'm not doing it. And again, took some a long time. And God said, you're going to be obedient to me or not.
Mm.
So I'm the type of person I have to then jump because then I find excuses. She wakes up the next morning. I say, babe, I started the page, Hood Estates. And she was like, well, wait, where did that come from? I say, well, we were talking about the social media marketing.
We was talking.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
we had this brand that we had, Hood Estates. And I say, well, let's just start the Hood Estates page. You said God said he wanted me to do this, but we're still, here we go, playing around. We're still not going to do what you wanted us to do. We're just going to use this page as a way to build so we can learn how to do our social media marketing agency. We start the page in January 15th, 2017.
Mhm.
By the end of the month within a 30-day period, we had 10,000 followers.
Wow.
And I'm like, what's going
Like,
on?
where did these people come from?
Right, where these
We
people
didn't know
come
what to
from?
do
We
with
didn't
that.
know what to do. And I'm like, all we doing is going to the properties and we're showing our journey of buying these properties in the hood.
Mhm.
We rehabbing them and renting them out and showing clean, safe, and functional, how we handle the people and how we building up our community. And the page is just growing. So you fast forward, we don't even ever do the social media marketing agency.
Mm-mm.
Hood Estate starts to grow so much
Yeah.
that we just now stumble into doing Hood Estates.
Your plan versus God's plan.
My plan versus God plan.
That part.
Right? So I'm gonna take you full circle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get there really quick. 3 months later, I'm scrolling through on Throwback Thursday, and I'm scrolling through my phone to put up an old picture.
Mhm.
Oh, here's a picture with our truck, our first truck we got. Because mind you, we still had the trucks rolling, but on Hood Estates, we're just talking about buying real estate in the hood.
Yeah.
We're not talking about trucking.
Mhm.
So I post the post on the trucking on Throwback Thursday, and the post blows up. The DM's just going crazy. Hey, can you teach me that? Hey, I'm literally telling people in the DM, stop DMing us about trucking because we do not teach trucking.
Right.
We teach real estate.
Mhm.
People at the time, I was doing consult calls, and in the beginning, I was doing free consult calls.
Yes, he was.
I was doing free consult calls for hours. Even on the free calls, and I think I put it at $19 afterwards, but people would call and say, I know the call should be about real estate, but I want to talk to you about trucking.
Yeah.
So once again, I'm telling people, no, this is not what we do.
Mhm.
Took some time, meditated, and God say, are you gonna let me take you where you need to go?
Mhm.
Are you gonna do what you want to do?
Right.
Wow.
Are you gonna be obedient? And this is why I'm saying be obedient. Are you gonna
Yeah.
be obedient, or are you gonna do your plan?
Right.
So I say, you know what, God, I'm gonna be obedient. And then I say, you know what? All right, I'll start doing consults on trucking that turned into mentorships on trucking, that turned into a course on trucking.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
know, and
Show them what you got today.
like,
So he was obedient. They were obedient to start the Instagram page, then obedient to actually talk about trucking, and now look what they just got in the mail today.
we got
Y'all
this
see
from
that?
Teachable today.
Teachable sent an award. Tell them what the award says.
Okay, so I'm gonna read the award. The award says, Teachable, presented by Teachable to Paki and Sandy Judson and the Hood Estates team for crossing $1 million in sales.
And
'Cause
that
they
was
were
in what year was
obedient.
that?
And this was from 2019.
Right.
I'm just not getting it today, but
2017 to 2019.
Yes.
Because you were
well,
obedient.
really 2018 because we didn't do the course. This was a
Yeah,
year
right,
later.
right. Just a year later.
Yeah.
'Cause we didn't do the course
Yeah,
the first year because we didn't know
Wow.
what to do.
yeah,
We went on there to motivate, inspire, and give tips.
yeah. That's all it was.
That's all we said all the time.
Right. So now God has said, what you didn't want to do, I made into $1 million business for you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Being obedient.
Yes.
Being obedient.
The
Yes.
scripture that keeps coming in my mind is seek first the kingdom of God, and
Right.
all other
And
things
all
will be
these things, right.
added unto
The
you.
baby in March.
Now
Come on
I'm gonna bring it back full circle. So
Mhm.
now we're doing the trucking, right? And because we're doing the trucking, we now have to market what we have. So we get with a marketing agency, right? Who's marketing, we're paying them to market the course and market our product. The relationship grows so well that a year later, we decide to do a partnership with them where we start Hood Estates marketing where they handle all of the marketing stuff, and we're just the brand that fronts it. So 3 years later, God gives us the social media marketing agency without us even having to work it and figure it out.
Right.
And now we have clients signed to us. Trappers was signed with us. Mobile Home, a few other people that are signed with us, right? And it's crazy because here we go again. What we ask God, that's what I'm trying. Even in your obedience, He'll still give. He said, "I give you your heart's desires."
Yes.
So sometimes those heart desires, we just have to be patient because we thought the route was to start off with the social media marketing agency.
Mhm.
For us, that's what the route was. But God said, "No, that's not what the plan is. The plan is, but I'm still gonna give you that, and I'm gonna give it to you even better than what you thought because now you don't have to deal with it. I'm gonna actually give you someone that has it laid out for you." And I'm just gonna allow you to put your name on it, and it's
that
gonna be
goes back
blessed.
to the not having to work hard.
Yes.
Had you done it your way in the beginning, you would have had to work really
work
hard to
hard.
get that agency up and running.
Yes.
But now
Yeah.
you're able to have it because God did it His way,
Yes.
and you're able to just walk into it.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Wow.
So to answer that person's question, obedience to what? Only you can know that.
Only you can know.
Right.
I'm so
This
glad
is
you said
why
that.
I can't tell you what to be obedient to.
Mhm.
This is why you have to now take your time. And here we go again. You got to get in that. You got to seek it. You got to research it. See, people, we talk about this with business and investments, but this is how it should be with God and your relationships. Same thing. We want to meet a woman today and we married tomorrow. No, you gotta, what happened to dating and courting and getting, let's research this person.
Yeah.
Let me spend some time. This is why we tell people, if you just start following us today, I tell people on live all the time, I forbid you to buy my course.
Yes. That's a fact.
Because I want you to get to know me.
That's a fact.
That's I hate to say this, why a lot of people getting scammed on Instagram and Clubhouse and everywhere else, because you hear something on Monday and then you ready to give all your money on Tuesday.
Yes.
Keep it real. Some of these women, you meet somebody, guys, you meet this person on Monday and you dropping your drawers on Tuesday.
Good correction.
I'm just keeping it real. Like what happened to, you hear about this investment on Monday and you dumping all your money in on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, I got scammed.
Yeah.
Oh, this dude's a bad guy for me. This girl's a bad woman for me.
Yeah.
Did you really take your time and get to know this person? It takes time.
Yeah.
You got to spend time with them. You got to spend time with that investment. You have to spend time with God.
That due diligence.
Yes.
In that relationship.
And build that relationship.
Like, to me, when somebody says be obedient to what, I still would say be obedient to God.
Yes.
But I do think it takes time to hear His voice.
Yes.
Oh, you do.
Yes.
Oh, most
And
definitely.
like you have to spend some time in the Word, some quiet time,
Yes.
just really being able to hear from Him, so you're not talking from yourself.
Yes.
Right.
Because I can tell now when it's Terry wants to do something versus when it's God wants to do something.
Right.
Usually when it's Terry wants to do something versus God, I don't really want to do the thing that God said, but I just have to step into it and be like, okay, Lord, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
Fact.
Yeah. So true.
Yes.
So true.
Yes.
So true. So I tell people, going back to it, it's listen, it works. It doesn't feel, it's like a lot of things. It don't feel right because of everything we see around us that's doing it differently. So it makes us feel like you'll feel sometimes. I'll be honest, even now, sometimes wait a minute. Let's gather ourselves.
Yeah.
We doing it right. Like we don't have to change nothing
Yeah.
in a sense, because sometimes you'll see everything that's going on around you. And even times I tell people sometimes I'm gonna tell y'all now, listen, be careful who you following on social media.
Man.
Be careful who you following because it is an influence. That's why they call it influencers.
That's why they call it.
It influences you. You seeing people doing certain things, and we talked about this earlier as well. Sometimes them people on chapter 20, you just opening the book.
Yeah.
You on chapter 1. So you looking at somebody on chapter 20. Dre was saying it earlier. You're looking at somebody on chapter 20, and you're not seeing all that we talked about from the hotel last night.
Right. All the journeys and the pieces.
Right.
Man.
Right. You see where we are now. You say, oh, well, you did $1 million in well, but you didn't see the $1 million I did at the hotel and what it took for me to get that $1 million there.
What?
You didn't see the $1 million that we have in real estate and what it took us to get that million in real estate.
Into the million that we took in 2006 and no 2004 to 2008.
Yeah.
And then
And lost it all.
And lost it all to homelessness.
Yeah.
Like that those things happen.
Yeah.
For real. That is so important to see. We were just talking about that at the counter. The journey. People just show you what they want. This is a social media can be a beautiful thing, a wonderful thing, but it is a Sims life. When y'all going back, throw back, look up what Sims are. Sims is that game that you make believe. People show you what they want you to see.
Yeah.
Understand it. If I could show y'all the real Paki, just so private, I would show y'all the fuckery. For real. That goes on day by day. And y'all be like, nah, I want that. I don't want that, because you got to be built for this assignment.
Yeah.
You got to be built to be able to handle this and go through this. We were just talking about this at the pool yesterday.
Yeah.
Reason why we keep doing rap because we had a lot of conversations.
Yeah, there's a lot of conversations.
So
a lot of conversations.
To let y'all know, it's Sandy's birthday, and so I came down to Orlando to hang out with them for the weekend, and so we've been talking.
Yes.
So now we're just letting y'all into the conversation.
That's all it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
What I was saying in reference to
about
what
the journey.
About the journey is that we were saying that nobody wants to show the real, and it's crazy. Even in our time, speaking on us, that Paki been an entrepreneur and a businessman since he was 18.
Technically 16, but
16, but
who's counting?
What is that? Incorporated?
Yeah, we incorporated a business at
it is right now. That's it.
Yeah.
I can't spell that well. Pronunciation. Hey, I'm there, but he been that for forever. So even down to our lifestyle, we have never pushed our lifestyle on anybody. We just wanted to expose it to other people of us and say, hey, you can do this for real. Because this is not publicized unless it's in a video. This is me saying my critique in the videos. If it's not into music videos or rappers or sports. No, it's real life people behind the scenes. It's real life people just investing. I'm talking, it's people that don't even want to get the limelight. That's just regular investors, not entrepreneurs, are investors that's balling in this world, man.
Just enjoying their life. Having freedom, enjoying their life.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's not about the floss. Not saying you can't. We did our share of flossing. We flossed.
I still want to go on a private jet, though. I'm just.
We
got you. Don't worry. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen.
We're gonna do that with you. I promise you. We gonna do that jet thing. And it's just crazy that we get to experience these things, but at our time. This is not pressure. And I think I'm glad that God gave us this type of prosperity at this point in our life, because it's not about us being, I can't really say wasteful, but we got that part of our life of that whole just showing out, spending money on crazy stuff, jewelry, clothes, all that stuff like that. We did that part of our life. But then we got all that out of our system. And then we wanted now to purchase our freedom.
Yeah.
Right.
It's so, I don't know if we can repeat that over and over and over, that to have the opportunity, I can sleep in whenever I want. I can get up whenever I want. We can print money when we want to print money. We are the bank. Young Black people are the bank.
Young Black bank.
Black bank.
Yes.
And it's called print your own money at your discretion when you want, where you want. You know what I mean? Like, it's the truth. It's so bananas that this process just taking place. And I want to say this to y'all. Please, this is y'all Sunday word. The world has now transitioned into this fast life. I'm 47. Hallelujah. Thank you for this journey, guys. But I have seen, I was just sharing this with when we were sitting around talking. I started off listening to a box. This is where I didn't watch cartoons when I was really, really little. I listened to box stories on my mama radio. And I used to sit there and I used to enjoy that. Then they went into Tom and Jerry. I started seeing things, still was black and white, no cartoons. There was a process, no words. It was classical music in the back of cartoons, y'all. Tom and Jerry, Road Runner, that's classical music playing to get our waves going. See the process of us building our own endurance, our own resilience, our own thoughts. That was a process back in that time. We didn't get a chance to see cussing and sex and all that stuff if you ain't have HBO. HBO been around a long time, y'all. And HBO is when you saw that everything was blurred out. It was a protection on our mind and our energy and our spirit. It was more wholesome. Now everything exposed. It's about time. It's about sex. Sex appeal. It's about getting the money fast. And this is why y'all feel the pressure that y'all have to have a microwave life. Right. Y'all looking for instant grits. But if you put that grits in that pot with that good old water, with a pinch of salt, and just let that water boil and slowly pour your the butter. And then you slowly boil them grits. And you boil it. And I guarantee it tastes better than instant. It's the process. Yeah. And y'all are being impacted about the rush of what life is bringing y'all. But if y'all would just slow down, I promise you, get FOMO out your life. FOMO, fear of missing out. Yeah. Bind that thing up in the name of Jesus. Because you know what comes with FOMO? That good old, if I went on Terry Page, I would say it the way I want to say it. But I'm saying, FOMO comes with procrastination. That hoe right there. I gotta say it real. She's a hoe because she ain't do nothing but trick you. She trick you out of all your draws. She trick you out of all. She's a promiscuous hoe. And she comes and she fools you. And she makes you feel so good. She stroke you so well. And next thing you know, you all out of your dream. And you'll be like, child, I'll do it tomorrow because I'm laid up with this hoe. Oh, child, you know what? I'll get that weight later. And then you find out that hoe done trick you into 5 pounds. I'm telling you right now, FOMO comes with procrastination. I'm just kidding. She is a pair. And then you know what comes next? Karma. Because karma don't forget that's her cousin. So now you got FOMO homeboy. You got procrastination, the hoe, and you got karma that's coming to get everything that you owe her. Everything. But patience, that female, that queen right there, patience, she will give you nothing but joy. She will bring you prosperity. She will bring you everything that's delightful if you just run with patience.
What's her name?
Patience.
Y'all put that in the chat if you're listening. Put patience. It brings you life. And put procrastination is a hoe in the chat.
So the key is to stay away from procrastination.
But stick missing out.
But stick with patience.
Yes. Yeah. Most definitely.
And stick with obedience.
Yes.
Being able to hear from the Lord and be obedient.
Right.
You guys tell me a time in your life where you had to make a sacrifice to do what you knew the Lord was asking you to do.
Jesus. I'm 47.
You knew you had heard from the Lord. You knew that this is what he wanted you to do, but it just didn't seem like it was turning out right.
I'll give one. So literally the hotel, right? And I won't go into too much detail here, but at the time when the opportunity came, it was a rough time for me and Sandy.
Real rough.
Like
not liking him.
At all. Probably the end of the end, expecting to get served some divorce papers at any point in time.
Your girl was almost free.
Yeah. And this opportunity came. And the crazy part was I'll never forget the day we went to Jacksonville, because we were in Miami. The hotel was in Jacksonville. When I say we argued and fussed and it was, and I guess the point I'm getting at was I knew God had told me, now this is when he spoke to me, you must go to Jacksonville. And I'll say this before I go on with the story. Usually when God is talking to you, it's about to get uncomfortable.
Ooh, tweet.
See, usually when God is speaking to you and telling you to do something, it's about to pull you out your comfort zone.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
He told me we needed to go to Jacksonville, but I didn't see, at the time, everything was going against it. But I knew that was what he told me to do. And again, we literally fought up pulling into the parking lot.
Yes, God.
That whole ride, to the fact that I never forget, because we had a partner with us. And at the time, we literally said, we're not doing this. We're not doing this hotel. But you know what? We just gonna go up there. And I remember, I don't even know if she knows, I remember being at the gas station And I got out to pump the gas before we got on the road, and he came around. He was like, bro, what's going on? Like, what are we gonna do? I said, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is the first time I ever told this story to anyone. I said, I don't think it's gonna work with me and Sandy, but let's go up here, try to get this hotel together, and I'd rather leave the marriage with a big asset in place that we can divide for the kids. Like, I'm now thinking exit plan. That's what I'm thinking, exit plan.
Because I'm still your best friend,
Yeah.
regardless.
Yeah. So I'm like, this marriage ain't gonna work, but this is probably the best exit plan.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, I know God is telling me to go up there, even though everything else is saying stay here. Because it seemed like the only way our marriage could work would be to stay there. Because we've been married a long time, but anybody been married knows that each time something changes, it just more strain on the marriage. You get what I'm saying? So we already going through this issue. Now we're going to relocate and try to run a new business and do all of this. And it was just a lot. And God spoke to me and said, the only way to save your marriage is to go to Jacksonville. Mm-hmm. He told me, and this is something for someone. He literally told me, going to Jacksonville has nothing to do with the hotel or making money or owning a hotel. It is the only way to save your marriage. Mm-hmm. And what I need for y'all to do together is greater than the hotel or anything else you think.
Wow.
It's bigger than that. I need y'all.
He said, I need y'all in new soil.
I need y'all in new soil.
He told me that.
This is not going to work here.
Yeah.
If you stay here, the marriage is done. And my plan for y'all will not be fulfilled. Mm-hmm. So as great as the hotel was, it was just a reason for us to remove ourselves from where we were so that God can get us in new soil and we can start to get fertilized and build. And believe it or not, sometimes you have to go to a place where you don't know nobody and nobody know you. Mm-mm. So now it's forced that we gotta, we don't know nobody. I can't go. We gotta make this work. And it was hard because you got to imagine going through that strain and then going here saying, we need to live in this hotel room for a year so we can save a bunch of money versus getting to a house, and doing these things. And
mind you, in the process, we're in a transition. Listen to the process. We're in transitions from leaving our comfort zone, right?
Right.
Not liking each other.
Right.
So then on top of that, we moving on faith that we ain't getting into a business that we ain't never been before.
Right.
So we don't know nothing about
the hotel
city business.
Right.
At all. Nothing. We knew how to manage apartments,
right,
but not no hotel.
Yeah.
3, you tell me we got to be in the same room together.
Right.
Because tell us
right.
about
room
that.
together,
y'all stayed at the hotel,
work together,
right?
Yeah,
constantly.
Yeah, because you got to realize we were leaving a house that was a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, so it's plenty of space.
Right.
To not be in each other's space.
Right.
Yeah.
Now we're going to a small hotel room
management quarters.
That we literally have to be around each other at all times. And it was the pruning,
being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That was the pruning season. The obedience of saying, I know, because I kept telling him, I said, dude, make me that money. Make me, and because I was, y'all women, when we done. I was like, make me that money. I deserve it after all these years. Make me that money so me and the kids be good. We can split this. We still best friend. We still down, dog. He was like, we still good. Okay, cool. So let's make this money so we can move forward. Well, whatever it take, you in there, God said, okay, whatever it take. Y'all can take y'all dogs all y'all want. This gonna be, no, this is my union I put together. So we there, we going through all these changes. Why in the midst? No sleep.
Yeah.
So 6 to 8 months of no sleep, 3 hours. I counted 3 hours.
We talked about it last night.
For 6 to 8 months. We got raccoon eyes. Like we grouchy. We all this. And then on top of that, our marriage on the rocks.
Yeah.
Then added the worst. This is the nail in the coffin, y'all. We got all teenagers.
In that same room, or where did they sleep?
So they had a room like right next to ours, but it was so much division going on because remember, we you got the kids, we're going backwards and forth. They out of school now. We're trying to homeschool them, run a hotel. Oh man, and
Getting to know all these
you already
guests.
know what the stuff we
Oh,
were saying
God.
about the hotel.
Right.
Like that's a whole nother.
Conversation.
Yeah, that's another
Right.
session
It
itself.
was. It wasn't a 5-star hotel.
Oh,
No,
Y'all
no, no,
want
no, no,
no.
no,
people
no. This
come in
is a
with-
hotel in the
Yeah.
hood. This is
Yes, this a mom and
yeah,
pop.
this is a mom and pop hotel in the hood.
170
That dealing with a
units.
lot of
Mhm.
issues.
Yes.
So all of that, piled in together. It was
It was a
just
trying time.
yeah,
It was a
trying
storm.
time. Yeah,
which led me to what I said to you about the pool. Is that God allowed these things and these assignments to come because He knew we was going to come to a part in our life when He restored what we had and what we shared to renew. Because we had to realize two things. One, we wasn't going to love each other like we loved each other from the beginning.
Mhm.
We knew God had to rebirth this. That's one. Two, we had to understand that the newness that what we had to walk into was going to be unfamiliar. But we had to trust each other to be able to walk that journey and know that this is going to be a new trust, this is going to be a new love, and it's going to be a new experience. So even in the midst of all that was happening, as soon as we got to the point in our marriage where we were at this new love in our life, we sold a hotel, and that's when our life began in 2016.
Really? Wait. Before we go to selling the hotel, what was the turning point for you guys? Like, when did you stop arguing, or did you stop arguing? What was the
I
turning
think it was
point?
so
Chemo
much.
PG.
Yeah. It was y'all heard the stories last night, and that was just a third.
Mhm.
The hotel was so distracting that you couldn't and that's we needed that. We needed to. It sounds crazy, but we needed to have a common thing that we worked on together.
Mhm.
So, okay, we're gonna put this on pause. Did you see this fool just tried to, jump off the top of the fourth floor on the hotel? Like,
Yeah.
what are we gonna do? So,
Right.
coming together with that.
But most important was our friendship.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was back to our friendship. Yeah.
I would tell anybody in a relationship, lovey-dovey. Yo, black bullshit.
I told her she could cuss. She always asked me for permission.
She always
Y'all,
asked me if she cursed.
let her be her real self so we can really get the gems from this. Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
just
Go.
being honest. Lovey-dovey, that's the movies, y'all. Love is a choice. A choice. Love is a choice. That feeling that you feel, you have to draw that to you. Them butterflies, that is temporary. I promise you, that is not what is concrete. The choice to be happy and to love is your choosing. And I tell, and with him, if you get into a relationship that you want to move in long term, please build that foundation on two things. That's God, and build it on friendship. Because when all that love and that title go away, that husband and that wife thing go away, and mother go away, you got your friend. And what saved our marriage was God and being best friends, because we still knew how to have each other's back and everything. Because when we was making those decisions about the hotel, we was making those things as best friends.
Right.
This is my boy. This is my homeboy. This is my dog. This is my lover. But yet and still, at the end of the day, that's what we based our ground on. And then we added our titles.
Because even now, I mean, there's time I don't really like Sandy.
Right. Facts.
Very few, but there's times.
Yeah.
And
they're teaching me about relationships too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And it happens. Like, anybody that listen, you're not gonna go a full relationship and it's just, no. And that's why building that foundation is like with finance, building that foundation. People are like, why do you keep telling people to save first? You can't save your way to $1 million. You can't save your way to, being a millionaire or being wealthy, but it's the foundation that everything else is built on. And that's the same thing.
Too,
right. It's having that relationship with that money. So it's the same thing. That foundation of friendship helped that, okay, when we're not liking each other, okay, we still can be friends. You know what I mean? So therefore, it's something that kept us grounded. And again, that with the distractions of everything that was going on, it was just a lot to sort of get through, but we did, we did. And like you say, fast forward and here we are here,
Yeah, we are here.
Now, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Tara. I'm good. I want to ride with you.
I was just going to ask, was there a point where you heard from God again? So you heard from God when he said, go to Jacksonville. Then what was the next time you heard from God again?
Well, I mean, I think we're constantly hearing from God,
Mhm.
right? It never
But she's talking
stops.
about that,
But
those points, those real.
yeah,
point when he give you a different assignment.
there's different assignments. There was an opportunity. I think a big one was there was an opportunity for us to do an apartment building in Michigan with one of my investors.
Right.
They're actually the same investor I did the hotel
Mhm.
with,
Mm.
and that was a huge one because that was like the next big. It was like 300, no, 300 or 400 units or something like that. And he wanted us to go to Michigan and do that. And he pretty much offered us the same type of deal, like, hey, we'll work this out, blah, blah, blah. And I clearly heard from God, like, no, don't go to Michigan.
Mhm.
You know, here we go again. And this was a lot because, again, like I said before, I was that person always, any opportunity come up,
You doing it.
I'm doing it. Like
That's
I thought that's what entrepreneurship was. That
Mhm.
every meeting, every call,
Mhm.
every business opportunity, every investment idea. We talk about pool talk.
Yeah.
Me and Leonard was talking out there earlier. We wasn't in the pool, but we did it in the basketball room, and it's the same thing. We I mean, we dropped some $1 million ideas with each other.
Right.
But I learned that it's just an idea. That doesn't mean I now have to act upon it.
Right.
But in being an early entrepreneur, I felt like, again, I've missed countless amount of opportunities with my family because I felt like the meeting was more important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because this is the opportunity.
Mhm.
I've called Sandy, hey, I'm gonna be late to the birthday party because this meeting, like, I don't want to, this guy's a millionaire and this opportunity, you know what I mean? And I've learned as a seasoned entrepreneur, the best decisions are the ones that I said no.
Yeah.
The best.
Wow.
The best decisions have been the ones that I said no to.
And the crazy part, the ones he said no to, they were asking me. You know, Paki was very open about telling. He was like, my family.
Yeah.
And then it's crazy. He didn't know that if he was saying that back then, how many men that he could influence, even down to some women partnerships that we had, that if he would just stood that in that no, we have changed. Mostly him with the influence, but then when I come along as his partner, he has changed so many people's lives because of his no.
Yeah.
Because it was like, dude, tell me, why would you miss this opportunity with me? And Paki would break it down.
Right.
It was like,
And then they
damn.
learn.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. I did that. I've done that several times. And they're like, yeah, but this opportunity. I say, yeah, it's my family.
Right.
You know, and again, going back to being obedient,
Mhm.
why can't I have both?
Yes.
Who said that I have to miss out on this with my family to
Mhm.
pursue opportunity?
Mhm.
That's what everybody else is taught.
Yes.
You got to take the opportunity. When the door opens, you got to run through it.
Mhm.
When the opportunity knocks, you got to open the door. And God say, no, I bring you the opportunity.
Ooh.
Right.
You don't have to knock on the door.
It's chasing
It's
after
chasing
you.
you.
Yeah, so many
Chase
times.
chase the freedom, chase your family, freedom and family and
Yeah.
freedom,
Mhm.
and I'll provide for you
Yeah.
the things that you need.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
So again, for years, I was that entrepreneur. I was that guy. I see him all the time, all over social media, everywhere. No, hey, bro, and this your wife thing that? Yeah, but bro, this meeting, you know, this meeting, I gotta get to this meeting.
Yeah.
Okay. If your wife can't go with you, or you know what I mean, you can't bring your family.
Mhm.
Y'all see us here. If I could pan the camera back, you got Leonard here with his wife and his kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, y'all see Trapper come with his daughter.
Yes.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Sorry, go
no,
ahead.
go ahead. I'm like, I'm saying this is, we gotta change the norm.
Mm-hmm.
See, the norm has been made up because of what we've seen on TV and social media, that this man has to be this way. You can't bring your family in. Well, guess what? Your kids need to be sitting in these meetings.
Yes.
Your wife needs to be sitting in these meetings. I'm talking to the guys.
Yeah.
Your wife needs to be sitting in these meetings.
Yes.
Because let's keep it real. She's probably the only one at the table that got your best interest in mind.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care who you sitting with, how much the deal is, how important the deal is,
Yes.
all these things.
Leonard said yes.
Right, Leonard? You already know, right? You got Leonard back there. What'd you say, Leonard?
Leonard said
You
yes.
already know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's keep it real.
Yes.
She the one who have your back.
Mhm.
So even if she don't know, like, I realized once I started bringing Sandy to meetings, the thing is, she never say nothing. But when we got out, she knew everything. So John, Nah, trust me. He ain't, I can, because remember, you so into it, but you got somebody sitting back there soaking it in, observing, you know, and now God is speaking through her, telling her, and the beautiful part, I always used to be afraid of her telling me what not to do, but she never did that. She always say, babe, I'm here just to lay the facts on the table for you, and I still need you to make the decision.
I love that.
Yes.
That's really smart.
He's the one that's
I don't
involved.
have to tell you what to do, but these are just the facts I saw or seen.
At all.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
At all.
Wow.
I'm the what I play my position, and this is why I would say Paki's the teacher. I am the filter. I hear everything. I know everything. Your partner has to know how to play their position, whether it's the man or woman, whoever's leading in that part of the business. The second part is the filter that holds down what they needs to hold down, and that's what it is. And then on top of that, I tell them I don't want to know everything because I get to see from a different perspective from him. So I get to see that what he's so engulfed, and when he comes to tell, I got a whole brand new outlook on it. And he was like, "Dang, babe, I didn't see that. I didn't know that." Like, okay, so da 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 da, and then we draw things out on a whiteboard so that he can see exactly what I'm talking about. I was like, oh, okay, see. That's why I don't want to be in everything that he goes to and all this stuff, because I'm not contaminated with whatever it is to influence me to go with that.
And there's even some meetings that she'll say, no, I don't need to be in this meeting. Like, I need you to do this one because I don't need to, because sometimes we can move too early. Even though we feel in some things, we can move too early because God is going to use it in a different way. So there's times you say, I need you to go, and I don't even need you to tell me what it's about. Not yet. Maybe in the 5th meeting, because I know this first meeting is just preliminary to talk. So, you know, all of that worked in together. And again, this didn't happen overnight. Like we had to get here, but these were during the times, and that's to answer your question, like learning to always hear from God. But in these major decisions, when things are happening, to know that, okay, this is the time I got to get quiet. And I'll be honest, this happened most recently. Like maybe a few weeks ago, I realized when I'm waking up at 3 and 4 in the morning and I can't go back to sleep, that's God saying I need to spend some alone time with you. See, I used to think that, man, I wonder why I can't sleep. I wonder what's going on. And now I'm wise enough to know that, okay, it's been 2 or 3 nights back to back that I keep waking up at 4 in the morning and I can't go back to sleep. That 4th morning, I say, babe, I'll be in the, we call it the woosah room in our condo. We're like, I'll be in the woosah room. I go in there and 2 or 3 hours, like I'm just spending a long time with God. And I hear so clearly. Sometimes it's not right then and there, but again, I'm patient enough to wait. And then I wait, and then God shows me the path. And then that's what I bring back. So I think we're always hearing from God. Again, it's like anything else. The more I hear your voice, the more now that I've been around you so much and I know your voice, even in the crowd, you can say my name and I know that's Terry. I don't even have to see your face. But for the man that just delivered the food, if he called my name in the crowd, I don't know who that is. I hear somebody calling my name, but I don't know who that is. That's the same thing with God. You got to build that relationship. The more time you spend with him, the clearer you'll hear from him.
Oh my gosh, you guys, like, y'all are just amazing. Y'all are amazing. I'm gonna come and see if there were any comments or questions. Do y'all have any questions for them? Because I know our food is coming soon. Oh my gosh, people putting in here, patience is your friend. This hit home. I love you guys. Are so transparent. Stay patient. God is so good. The unfamiliar newness is the turning point. Yes. Y'all know, I heard a quote just today, and it said, increase won't come from your comfort zone.
Ooh, that's good. That's good.
And y'all were just talking about that. Are there any questions that y'all have or want to make sure that I ask them? Some people saying, wow, love this discussion. Lack of respect, global. I don't know what that is. That right there, boom. Y'all are dropping all the bombs. Otis says that, yes, that's definitely a part of marriage. You can look at celebrities who have money who divorce.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's start wrapping up. I want to make sure though that I ask a couple more questions. Or
Okay.
and are there any from Instagram?
Okay.
Did y'all have any
Let's see.
questions too?
I think we got a few questions from here. Someone said, "Oh, did that relationship just come? How did you guys build it?"
Yeah. So how did you guys y'all been married now 25 years?
24.
24.
Yeah.
23. We've been together 25.
Right.
Okay.
We've been together 25.
Yeah.
Been together.
25 years.
And that's since you guys were how old? Young, right?
Oh man, I was 20. No, you've been in my life since 5.
Yeah, I've been knowing it since I was 5.
But I was, you were 16, and I was
20.
19, 20. Yeah, hold on.
Yes.
Oh, it was statutory break. Wait, hold on. I had to make sure.
Yeah.
20.
I was 16.
Yeah, 20.
Yeah.
And wait, hold on. Let me put this out there because this ain't no R. Kelly crap. First of all, I had to understand that I didn't even have an attraction to this guy. And then I realized that he helped me out of an abusive relationship because I was in a really bad abusive relationship at the time and I was still a mother. And he had been my friend for so long over the years. And it's crazy when we decided that we had attraction to each other because I knew that he was from a background of pastors. I had been in their life since I was 10. So his parents knew me since I was 10 years old. And I had to go ask permission because I was an older woman. And I was like, I got to go ask permission to date you because I respect your mom and then I'm way older than you. And so it's crazy. Real quick story. Nobody knows this story. His mom literally said that I still have to remind him to bathe his ass. I still have to remind him to clean his room. I still have to remind him to do the things that I need him to do. So if you want to take on that headache, go for it. So literally that's what she said to me. It was bananas, but yeah, that's how. And then we started PG.
Girl, this is you.
We started dating, and because I was already very active, very active in that, in that sexual manner, he would not have sex with me at all. He put me on a whole timeout. I couldn't do whatever, and I was really angry through the whole time because I was a very sexual being. And he was like, no, we're not going to have sex because first of all, I love the Lord. And then secondly, I am not going to give you my body because I know you've been out there to all these damn people.
see, guys, we have standards too. Right, guys? Listen, guys, see, let me give a message to my guys. We gotta hold the fort too. Like we just can't be suckers to these women that's just trying to use us for, objects. We have to hold the line, right? We got to hold the line, fellas. And trust me, I'm gonna tell you, they say it works for men. When you hold the line, you find the right one.
And then as soon as we had sex, I got pregnant because he held the line so long. Yeah.
But listen, look where we are now, right? Hold the line because I'm gonna tell y'all now. This not what this about, but I gotta throw this gem here. Listen. I know if y'all heard it before, but it's real.
He's looking at Instagram.
Let me tell you. Sexual connection is real.
Oh, yes.
You transfer spirit energy when you have sex with somebody.
Yes.
Even protected sex. Who would have known, right?
And I got pregnant with protected sex.
Right?
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
But the truth of the matter is
PG, when we do like behind the scene, I can tell you what happened.
The truth of the matter though is every time we sleep with somebody,
shut up, Kim.
There's a transfer of energy. There's a transfer of things. Yes. And somebody out here wondering why things ain't working out.
Yes, soul ties.
It's because who you sleeping with.
That's right.
Stop sleeping with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just like they say, people who you bring around you is like energy.
It's the energy.
People and sex are like fleas.
Yeah.
For real, you got this nice white coat on. Y'all wait to get y'all back check. Y'all don't know if y'all got a white dog or white cat, they get the most fleas because fleas are attracted to white. Y'all don't understand when y'all keep these people around y'all and y'all get contaminated by these fleas. So if you get attacked from a spiritual trance, sitting right here in this energy, what you think will happen when you enter into my body?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm taking on when you enter into my body? The only thing that I have that's sacred, that we're doing a whole connection on, that's a soul tie. We are connected in the most intimate way that we can connect.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm taking on your energy from the inside of my soul.
Right. And that's why I'm telling. Listen. I'm not here to tell nobody what to do. See, this is I'm gonna tell you me. I'm big on this. I'm never here to tell you what to do, but don't come to me when you have the consequences of something telling me why. This is why. So I'm not saying, what not to do, but don't say, well, man, this seemed not to be. Well, look who you're sleeping with.
Mm-hmm.
Like look at this energy that keeps transferring, and look what you're doing. You wondering why that's not working out? That's probably why not.
Yes.
So again, I'm, I've been there. I know, it will, listen, there are countless amount of people right now. I'm gonna just take it from a financial standpoint that should be millionaires, that should be wealthy. And the reason you're not simply because the person you're sleeping with.
God will
say that.
And I'm praying for everybody. I don't care if you believe or not, whatever you believe in, Buddha, if you believe in the tooth fairy, I don't care what you believe. You better know my God covering y'all. I don't know y'all name, but if you're a part of Hood Stage, if you click the follow on Hood Stage, you better know you covered. I ask Jesus to shake it all up so that you can be shaken, pruned, right into where you need to walk into your destiny, because everything that I have ordained of my life, I ask God to ordain it for y'all journey as well, because we belong. We supposed to see a part of the kingdom here.
Yes.
He said, experience a little heaven here. And if y'all not experiencing a little heaven here, y'all ain't walking right. And if the devil ain't shaking y'all ass up, something wrong. That means you're on the wrong team.
Yeah.
Because the devil shake us up all the time. That nigga be right. That nigga standing right here right now. I box this nigga up. You hear me? I box him. You heard what I tell you? Because that's how raw my faith is. That's how much my mouth big like this, because I love the Lord. He know I'm going to say something. Because if not, he would have took my throat. Trust it.
Yeah.
Wait, tell them a little bit about.
Oh, and it's disclaimer. I'm sorry. I said the word nigga. Niggers. My bad.
We told her she could be herself. Didn't we tell her she could be herself?
You said that.
Don't take it down for that.
But okay, so one of the things we talked about by the pool was choosing happiness, or just this weekend. So for both of you guys, what does it look like to you to choose to be happy?
Ooh, you can go because I know mine.
I mean, I think I'm living it every day. Like I again, for me, freedom is addictive, right? And my choice to be able to have in my life whoever I want, and to do the things that I want, and I know that it lines up with God, is just amazing for me. So that so many people, like I was just saying, in their life, did they look at it and realize the people I'm around is not really what I want. The things that I'm doing is not what I want. The life that I'm living is not what I want. The person I'm laying in the bed next to is not the person that I want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so many aspects of their life is not really what they want. And, I ain't gonna lie, I tell Sandy sometimes it's a little scary because, is everything perfect? Of course not. Like it never will be.
It would never be living with me.
Yeah. Listen, is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. And I think, one of the reasons I know it will never be perfect is because we still have something to look forward to.
Yes.
If it was perfect here, then there's no point of looking forward to going there.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's not perfect, but I'm at peace.
Yeah.
And to me, peace is the most important part of it. Like, again, is everything perfect? No. But I realize, and I just tell Sandy, I say, let's look at some of the issues that's going on that's presented to us. They're not even our issues. They're family issues, friend issues, other people's issues, but we're good. And did this come overnight? No, it took a long time to get here. Did a lot change? No, we didn't. Nothing really changed. We just got stronger. I tell people that's what we have to learn. That's what life is. Like, I give the example. You go in the weight room, and that first week you got 2 dumbbells on each side. And that first day you go in that weight room and you try to lift that weight, and you're like, oh, God, you need somebody to spot you. Oh, I need somebody. You get it up one time, right? Then you come and you do that every day for like 2 weeks. By the 3rd week, you can do 2 or 3 without somebody spotting you. You do that for a few months. 6 months later, you go in there and
Well, you getting it, got a rhythm.
Easy.
So the question is, did the weight get lighter or you got stronger? The weight didn't get lighter. You just got stronger.
That's a fact.
So I realized we still deal with some of it. We still get some of them crazy calls that we used to get before. The difference is you get that call. I remember being in the bed, hearing Sandy pop off. What the better motherfucker? Like, what's going on? This motherfucker said this and that and da da da. I'm like, oh God. Now we get that call. I don't hear nothing. She just come to the bed. Oh, baby, everything okay? Yeah, so and so and call, and I told him I pray for him. Okay.
Yeah.
We got stronger.
Yeah.
You know, I remember the time you'd have been popping off.
Well, on my way to Miami.
You know, I'm on my way.
Yes.
Like, and grab my gun. I'm on the way down there.
On my
like,
way.
now that same call come in. You know what? I'm gonna leave you be and let you be, and I'm gonna pray for you. So, did the situations change? No, we just got stronger.
Yeah.
So the key is in life, same thing with finances, with relationships, with everything. The weight doesn't get lighter. You get stronger.
Yeah.
But watch this. You can't get stronger unless you go on lifting the weights.
You can't
So you
stop.
can't quit.
You can't quit. And then you're gonna get stronger. You gotta stand in the paint.
Oh yeah.
And deal with it.
Yes. It becomes a part of your habit. It becomes a lifestyle.
That's
Right.
good.
Well, I tell people all the time, watch this. We pray and ask God for patience, right? So guess what? Patience is gonna miraculously show on your body. He's gonna present you opportunities for you to be patient with.
Yeah.
Right.
that
So it
part.
can grow.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. If
You're
you
gonna
pray,
have to wait.
if you praying for God to bring somebody good in your life, well, they ain't just gonna. There's gonna be the opportunities that the bad people that you can be able to see, so you can now know what's good.
You don't know a good cake from a bad one, do you? Until you get one,
Until you
right?
try.
Right.
Okay.
So you praying for things. You got to understand it's not going to download in your body, in your spirit. The things are going to come that's going to bring that to you. That's the weight.
You gotta build those
Right.
characteristics.
I want to be stronger. So the weight has to go on the bells for me to lift to become stronger.
Yeah.
I can't say I want to get stronger. Oh, well, take the dumbbells off. Then I'm not going to get stronger.
Right.
So the same thing. The weight doesn't get lighter. You get stronger. But the only way is to keep lifting the weight.
Right.
That's a good point. They're gonna lead me to my piece.
Go for it. Yeah.
See, he talking about weights. Me, he knows me. And everybody that know me knows that, and we talked about this too, that two things for me in my piece. One is that I learned how to smile in storms.
Yeah.
I can smile in a hurricane, tornado. I can smile in an earthquake. I learned how to smile in my storms because life is not gonna stop. It's gonna keep on throwing these things at you, these challenges, these storms, these even a little rock. You get one of them in your shoe, your whole life changes, ain't it? Like, oh man, it gotta be a big rock in here.
Right.
You put this little pebble out and it shook your life. That's just how you gotta learn how to smile through your storms. And I learned how to smile in that. My second thing would be this. I learned how to love me. And that's what saved us. When I took some time out in our marriage and I said, I need to go and work on me. And I need to understand how this works, that I don't allow anything and anyone to now redirect me or me deplete the joy that God put here.
Yeah.
I can't let no man is gonna fail me. So I can't allow nothing to take this joy that I now am grounded on. Before I get up every morning, I ask God to refill me, give me some joy, keep his everlasting arms and smiles on me, because that's what I want to represent. But yet instead I let a moment or somebody saying something change that. That is not pleasing in his sight, right? So for me, I wanted to go work on me. And he knows this goes for him. It goes for my children. It goes for my friends and my family. They know that anything, and anyone that is not in the alignment of my day, my daily day, you are not messing with me. And I curved that word. You hear me? I'm not, you cannot come and break this, what I have built up. If I took time out and I did my meditation, I have taken time to tell myself how much I love me, how beautiful I am, and all my imperfections I learned how to love. I'm not gonna let you come and shake my day. I'm not. If I pop off, you go catch me 5 minutes. Because if it go longer than 5, you finna get the Tasmanian devil. I'm finna come for your throat. So before I allow myself to come out of my zone, I rather just deal with that and say, this is the moment that I need to take this in. Let me see where this gonna take me. Let me go through the whole motion, because that motion is present. It is real what I'm going through. But at the end of the day, I'm not finna ride with this. This right here don't make me feel good, because whatever I'm feeling right here, this take fuel to now I got to go and find something deeper to make me ride on this, to make me more angry, to make me now want revenge, and now I got to go get it. And that's going to take me away from everything I'm blessed with.
Yeah.
So I learned how to love me. I learned how to guard me and protect everything about me before I can give myself to anybody else. And that's been the best piece of my whole life.
That's so good. I know a friend told me once, she's like, you don't have to do anything. You want to do it.
Yes.
And a lot of times we take on that I have to, even with I have to go to work. No, you want to go to work because you want to get paid.
Right.
I have to do this meeting. No, you want to do this meeting because you feel like it's going to lead to something else.
Right.
But when you learn that I have to is unreal, that's just an imaginary piece of your mind, and you are choosing every step, then you start saying, well, what do I really want to do? And you start really making those choices to choose to be happy.
And you stop blaming others.
Yes, it's not their fault, because you didn't really have to do it.
Right.
You stop. I learned this a long time ago from a man of God. He said this. He said, the same way you point that finger, look how that gun shooting back at you with that thumb.
You
see that?
All these
And
other fingers
you see this?
pointing back at
it say you outnumbered.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, trust that you made that decision. Everything that you have ordained over your life, you brought it to you. You drew it to you in some form and shape, fashion. You better now go take some time out. Everybody on this live and on this YouTube, anything that whatever your life look like right now, you have brought it to you.
That's why I was saying earlier. See, we question, like, whenever something happens in my life, I never question it. I question me.
So important.
Tell me more. What does that mean?
Something if something happens, I don't say, why did this person do that? I say to myself, what is it with me that brought that to me?
Life is an energy.
You understand? Like, and that's why the example I was using, a lot of us are wondering why certain things are not. And again, this is not about there's no such thing as walking a perfect line, being a perfect person. But you got to look at the things that you're doing. Everything is it's a give and take.
Yeah.
What am I putting out there? Like, and here's the thing too, what we got to understand. I just said, seed, time, and harvest works for everything, not just finances.
Life cycle.
It works for everything.
Yes.
That woman that I'm treating like shit right now, and I'm wondering 5 years from now why I can't hold a relationship. See that it just came to harvest. See what I'm saying? Some of us, we're harvesting seeds that we planted some years ago and wondering why our life is like it is.
Wait, why
we getting this?
Yes.
Why we getting this crop?
Right. Why am I getting this harvest?
Karma, don't forget. I told y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all heard me? Procrastination the hoe.
Same thing.
Karma coming. You heard me.
Yeah.
She is coming.
Yeah. So it's the same thing. Why my finances not right? Well, for 2 years in a row, you got your income tax and you went and blew it.
Or you lied on your income tax and you really wasn't telling the truth anyway.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Or you
not that.
You know,
not
so
your children.
You're now telling me that things ain't working out for me financially. Well, let's go back to the seeds that you planted financially. You telling me your harvest is not right financially? Because that means the seeds wasn't right.
Yeah.
Or the soil, right? For you not to have a good harvest, that means the seed or the soil is bad.
One of the two.
There's no other thing. You are the seed. So I'm gonna be honest. If you bad, you need to get yourself together. If it ain't you, it's the soil. Well, that means who you're around.
And that's what you raised in too, because we like to get it twisted and use these things as slogan. It's just how my family go. Y'all better break some family shiggity. You understand what I'm telling you? I don't care how tradition go. This go for church. This go for your family picnics. I don't give a damn what it is. If it ain't, you ain't growing in it, you better break some generational curses. This is not a slogan. This is a fact. Because I was bred this way, because I supposed to do this way, I want to dress this way, and you got a whole flavor popping off inside of you. You better pop the hell up on that flavor. Because that's the thing that God done lit inside of you for you to be able to soar and be the way that you need to be. Not the way your mama was and your grandma and your uncle and your great. Who gives a damn about that if your life ain't changing? Who cares about that if your legacy ain't being birthed? That don't make no sense. You gonna live out the same thing they did. Are you kidding me? All because that you want to stay true to the game, true to what?
Yeah.
The game is that what you started. We all get our own pair of shoes. We all got all different kind of hair textures in our own head. You better be unique. You better be special and understand that you are an individual that was birthed here to do what you need to do and leave your light and your legacy here. I ain't gonna look like nobody else ever. I don't care how much you go and tuck shit. I can tuck this all day. I still ain't gonna look like B. All day. I'll never be able to go to the floor like Meg. Never. You understand? I don't care what I look like. At the end of the day, I can bring my own iconic. And that's me. That's me all day. And I speak that over y'all. That y'all walk into your own journey, man. Leave your footprint here and say, this was left by me.
Indeed.
Man, I've been quiet today because y'all are just speaking wisdom. Like, and there's so many parts of your journey that like just spoke to mine too. Like the thing of we had to be obedient. God told us to do something and we just jumped.
Right.
Like even with me with trade and travel, like I was leaving this secure, comfortable job and then and then God's like, no, you need to go. And then I tried to fight it, and then he flooded. I told y'all he flooded my 25th-floor apartment.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, you forgot I was God."
Right. Your plan,
right. You over here still getting a lease and all that. And I done told you to travel and leave everything, and you bought a lease.
Yeah.
Oh, let me show you that
It's
lease
gonna make you
is.
uncomfortable.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
The scare is the fear, getting over the fear part too.
Right.
That piece of it.
Right.
Yes.
And all the things that like have happened in your journey since you took that step of faith. And it's kind of like so many. I love the part when you were talking about how your plan versus God's plan.
Yes.
And how God's plan, it worked out so much. Like, and it's not that, and we talked about hard work, but it's not that it didn't take work, because
Right,
y'all
of
did
course.
a lot of work.
Yes.
But it's about like now when you're in God's plan, things come along so much easier. And in
It
a
doesn't
way,
feel like it's work.
yeah,
Right.
it just feels different.
Right.
It's beautiful.
And now at your age and at this season, you can choose to do things more passively,
Right.
which really is freedom. And that
Right.
really is
Yes.
not having to work. And I
Yes.
love too how you talked about prioritizing.
Yes.
And how you thought that you had to grind, but then you started to prioritize. Like, actually, no, my family comes first.
Right.
And figuring out how do you have both? How do you have both freedom and family?
Yes.
Right.
And then the thing of choosing happiness.
Mm-hmm.
And then I love too how you were saying that procrastination is the whole, because she sure is. She was still everything.
She
was still
and then
everything.
karma come back around and you wondering, well, why I still haven't? And people do that with courses. We
Yes.
know that.
Yes.
Signed up for the course, ain't taking not now one course, and
Right.
they come around. Well, I don't understand why my account not growing.
Right.
Wait, did you learn how to do
Did
anything?
you do the stuff that was stepped out? Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh
So true.
man. And
So
then
true.
the stuff on relationships. Y'all just gave us so much today.
25 years and counting. We still, we figure it out every day. And the rebirth of love is so important. You got to recreate in so many ways, but you don't have to work that hard in it when you got friendship.
Yeah.
Because you can
Makes it a lot
always go
easier.
back to that foundation while you're trying to figure out how to rebirth and recreate some lovey things. You know what I mean? You just rock with your friend. Like, this is my homeboy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. So tell the people, especially, and we can still take some more questions if we want to.
I'm on 2% on here.
Okay.
IG might die on y'all, but you know.
Hey, good to meet y'all, IG.
You might need to save it too.
Kim, you grab my charger?
For YouTube though, let them know how they can find you, and also tell us what's next. So I know you were talking about doing some more things with like passive income, and,
Right.
and what's next for you guys?
Okay, so the way you find us is the best way is Instagram on at Hood Estates on Instagram. And or you can email us hoodestates@gmail or info@hoodestates. But the quickest way probably is through DM. If you don't get me, you will get probably Kim or somebody else. But that's Kim. So yeah, you'll get one of us, and basically that's the best way to get us. So what we're working on now is truck. So our thing is always passive income, right? How do we get passive income, passive streams of income? So we've recently got into truck lending, and this is why Sandy's saying we're the bank.
Mhm.
So what we realize is that
That's real cool.
we can be the lender
Mhm.
Yes.
and not the borrower.
And not
Yes.
the borrower.
Right.
Good.
So
Right.
That's one of the things we've been doing now, which is even more passive than the. So right now, if you don't know us, we teach, like I said, trucking in a passive way. That's one of the things we teach, which is how to get a truck on the road, no driving, no dispatching, no day-to-day operation. And you make about $1,000 a week. And all you really deal with is the maintenance of the truck. That's the main thing. You deal with the driver here and there, but it's about 80 to 90% passive, right? I'll say 80%. But truck lending is like 99% passive because now I'm a bank. So once I lend this money on this loan, I don't deal with the truck at all. The title is in my name because I'm the lien holder on the title, and I have a GPS on the truck just in case this person doesn't pay. I can send the repo guy to pick it up. But the reality of it is, every month I get paid every month, and I'm not dealing with anything. So it's just like the bank. And then what I realized, just like the bank, if the person doesn't pay, I get the asset back, the truck back, and then I lend it out to somebody else with a new down payment.
So you just do it right over again.
Just do it right over again. And one of the reasons that our method works is because the loan to value we do. So we're lending 70% loan to value. So therefore, if the person doesn't pay, when I get the asset back, I'm not upside down. The asset is worth more than the money that I have lent out.
Nice.
So now I can take the asset back, get another down payment, and start over again and collect interest every month on that. And now
It's a gem.
Yeah, it's just
It's
I
hope y'all were taking notes because that was amazing.
passive income. So now these are different streams of income that we have. So we have our properties, we have the trucks we have on the road, then we have truck lending, and we have the marketing company, and so you get all these streams going. And the key is to make sure these streams don't require all of your time. And the beauty of that is when one thing is down, the other thing is up. So it's just like the market.
Yeah.
Like, you have a bad month here. Oh, well, that did great. And this flow just keeps going off. And then to top it all off is very simple. It's the simplest math problem. And I'm going to break it down in basic numbers. This is very simple. Whether you make $1,000 a month or $1 million a month, if you make $1,000, live off of 700, at least. Like, you can go lower, but don't make 1,000 and live off 1,000. If you make $1 million, live off of 700,000 or less.
Say still live off the 700.
Right. Right. But the problem is what people mess up is no matter how much money they make, they increase everything.
Yes.
So as soon as they get a raise or get more money, they increase their lifestyle and they live in.
They not done that, y'all.
So no matter what you do, you're gonna be stuck.
Yeah.
Yes,
so when you don't do it that way, then you're good. And then the sprinkle, the icing on the cake or the gasoline on the fire that builds you quicker. Me and Leonard was just talking about is credit. And that's a whole nother subject. But credit is that gasoline that you throw on that fire that's already lit.
Yeah.
That's now going to get you to where you need to be much faster. I tell people, if this journey was going to take you 5 years to get on your own with just working and saving and put credit to get you there in a year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you leverage credit right, it'll get you there in a year. As long as you're using it to buy cash producing assets or assets, period. But we try to make sure everything we do is cash flowing.
Yeah.
Because the cash flow is just the king.
Right.
Cash flow is the king. So to answer the question, yes, we're working on building out the truck lending. We've been doing it with friends, family, and a few other elite members and mentees. Shout out to one of our mentees here. We got one of our mentees
down
over
in
there.
The corner.
Say hey, new mentee. Y'all can see her name. That's her at the end of the table down there. So listen, she just came to visit us, from Philly.
Okay.
And we're working with her to get her truck on the road. A lot of people don't know about it because we don't really announce it like that. We do mentorships because we really don't.
They don't do that then, so don't put it in the DMs.
Yeah, we really
ask
don't.
them that.
But
they don't do the mentor thing.
we opened it up and we did like 5 people and then we may open it up again, but it's just based on the time. But again, our biggest thing is to help people. So I think outside of the truck lending, I think God is preparing us for a different kind of mission.
Yeah.
And I think that mission, I told Sandy, I had a vision of us doing things like you came here this weekend. It's almost like a retreat.
Yeah.
You know, every time Trapper comes, Johanna comes, they say the same thing. It's like a
They kinda
retreat,
reboot.
right? It's like a reboot.
Mhm.
So we were really thinking about doing like a 3-day to a week reboot retreat for people.
Yeah.
And it's like everything. It's business, it's investing, it's marriage, it's relationships, it's spiritual, it's health.
Mhm.
It's all of those things built into this thing. And then now you have this reboot, and then there's accountability that comes after that, because that's the key. So what it is taking good seeds and getting them in good soil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They want to start up with us first,
Yeah.
because I told them, I said I want to do one with us, the core, and then I want to do one with married couples, and then I want to do one with married couples and singles that's probably dating, and and then we'll branch it out to others, because I want to do that, because I want to get more insight from married people that's successful in business and whatever it is, in investing, however it goes, and then I want us to talk about it, so that when we do start to branch out, we'll be able to know where we can pull from to connect, and just to have another support system. Because I'm gonna tell you honestly, Terry, like in a direction that we're going in right now, and we tell people all the time, that's in our group, is that as we begin to elevate, and I'm gonna talk directly to y'all, because Terry already know, your life will begin to prune with people. And what I mean is that don't look for a crowd of friends, or definitely don't look for a crowd of supporters from your family. They are not speaking the same language anymore.
Yeah.
So be able and embrace yourself about the impact of being alone.
Yeah.
And I mean by alone is that you're not gonna be able to just be that girl or that guy that can go and do all those things. That's not gonna happen, because the simple fact that y'all not on the same path, and everybody don't want to take this route of elevation.
Yeah.
People talk the talk, but they don't want that work.
Yeah.
They don't want that. And what I mean by work, they don't want to really like strive to do this type of life. You don't really want that freedom. You know how many people get this opportunity of freedom too, and they get scared and they come and try to aggravate the hell out of us and try to make us not create shit. No, take your ass home and go do what you need to do to go stay in that aggravating life. If you're not, nobody knows how. It's crazy. We've been doing it so long. Nobody knows how to come around us and just, ooh.
Right.
How not doing nothing is aggravating. Just woo.
Just relax.
It's okay to just not do nothing for
Wake
a
up
couple
late.
of hours.
Right.
Enjoy your life.
You know, enjoy the life,
Yes.
enjoy the birds. The sun is outside. Take your ass for a walk. Go pick different leaves off the ground. I don't give a damn what you do. People don't know how to enjoy freedom.
Yeah.
And then they come around us and want to bring aggravation to our life. And what I mean by aggravation, they want to bring that work life.
Yeah.
What I mean by work is that whatever they believe that they have to do to earn into our world.
Right.
When we're trying to encourage you that if you take that same work ethic, that same skill that you have and those talents that you have, and now put it in this manner, I guarantee you'll love it, because everything you know can turn to streams of income.
Yeah.
All you do is build from the inside out.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
And with us, I think our journey right now is that they laugh at us. They call us the old retirees. I love it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, with us, we just try to build out more and more how we can make what we already own, what we already have passive, and how then now can we now pour this into everybody that wants it.
Yeah.
Because we have a hand like this, but I learned this, and I learn people who want financial freedom. You see this?
Mm-hmm.
When nobody else is doing this back,
Nobody reaching back out.
don't you chase their ass.
Yeah.
Terry.
That's a
Mhm.
word
I reached
right
out. You
there.
see that?
Yeah.
See, what we get wrong is that as we begin to elevate, we put our hand out and they be like, nah, I want it. You be like, but I need you to,
Right.
I don't want it, but I need you. And we go chase the people who still in a worker bee mentality, people who still in a mentality where they don't understand growth. They don't understand freedom. This took time to get here.
Yeah.
It was hard for us.
Yeah.
I was like, but you sure we working? But you sure that we supposed to be doing nothing? I used to. So you tell me we don't have no projects right now? No projects on hold. So we just go vacation, and we're not gonna do nothing. No, and we still got money coming in, and it's growing. Yes, because the seeds were planted.
Yeah,
and now we just in harvest season.
I remember I was mentoring somebody in trucking, and they was working the job. They had always worked the job. And when they got their first truck, they literally called me and cried. And I was like, bro, was everything all right? This guy told me, listen, all my life, I've only made money when I physically went and earned it. This was the first time money hit my account and I didn't physically go and earn it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still at work, but I just made $1,000 this week. And I made another $1,000. And I say, yeah, that's passive income.
Right.
It was like the eighth wonder of the world to him.
Yes.
Because again, we've always been taught, especially
You gotta go clock
in.
in.
You got to go out here because
yeah.
that's all that's we was watching Roots the other night. Sandy had me watching Roots.
It's okay.
The other night. Yeah, but it was some parts in there and I was like,
because he didn't understand that Chicken George, well, how Chicken George was doing about his family. And then Chicken George had to go off because he was mad at it, because he was mad at Chicken George, Tom. He was mad at Tom because Tom was so naive to what was going on. He wanted to believe that there was going to be change amongst the people. But his brothers and his other siblings and the family was telling him, there's not change. We got to fight. And Tom was like, no, he wanted to have this pure heart. But Chicken George was out there doing other things. And he was being a strategizer. And he was going to come back and get his family, but it's just going to take time, people, to come back and get his family. But Tom was the head at the time. And Paki was getting aggravated the fact that Tom was so naive and that he was very ambitious. He was a great leader, but he was believing into a falseness that was presenting itself that says that they're going to betray you and they're going to hang you because you don't want to believe that. You want to believe good when somebody, you want to be good when you want to believe good when somebody's showing you that I'm going to destroy you the moment you let down your guard.
Yeah.
It's presented in your face. You in these relationships and they're showing you they don't value you because you're teaching them to treat you that way. Because you want to believe the good and they're showing you. Boy, what's that baby name? Maya Angelou said, if they told you out their mouth, they said one thing, but if they actions kicking your ass, you better run.
Yeah. Believe what they say. If they show it to you, believe it.
Them.
Yeah.
Believe
the
them.
first time.
Yeah.
Believe
first time. It was that. I mean, I was just and I understood, but I was like, even when they got the freedom, they didn't leave.
They didn't leave.
They got the
Tom
freedom.
didn't leave.
They wanted to leave, but Tom wanted to stay. And it was like, it put me in the mentality how we are now. It's like we've been conditioned. Things have become such a habit that even when something better is there for us,
we still don't
choose the better.
Yeah.
It's like
unknown.
And it's like, wait, we finally free.
Free.
No, but we gonna stay here and keep working here, and we hope that they give us this.
Hope.
They choose what they know versus what they
don't.
know.
Hope.
Oh, yes.
You've been here on these people for 30 years.
Yes.
And they ain't treated you right.
Not once.
Now you think because the law say you free that it changes the heart of the man?
Overnight? That's like the birthday. I turned 47. I was just 46 yesterday.
Yeah.
Right.
How I know how 47 feel? Give me a few months.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that, but I can tell you my mind, what I was feeling like at 46, it's just rolling over. But if somebody's showing you that, and they tell you cannot play make-believe. And this is what they showing. It can be a double-edged sword. They showing you all this fake shit on social media, y'all. They showing y'all this make-believe life. There is work put in this way, and that is delegated by priority, whether it's hard physical work or it's work that's with your mind. You better understand this. And I learned this from my doctor, my primary. She said this to me. She said, Sandy, because you and Paki ain't out there busting y'all ass, she said, I want you to understand this. Y'all bust y'all ass in y'all mind. And if y'all don't pull back and take a break, she said, y'all go right into a stroke and a heart attack. And I said, what? She said, because your mind is in overload. Because you feel like your body, she said, because your body, you're not physically doing something, you think that y'all not doing. She said, y'all got over 7 businesses. Yeah. And you think that y'all mind is just like, oh, I could just keep going. She said, that's your body, that's your heart.
Right.
So your brain sends signals to your heart was shut off.
And that's why we live. That's why we do it like this.
You gotta
so
understand.
now, even when I'm working, as you've been here, we ain't working.
Right.
It's
they're teaching me y'all how to relax.
Yes.
And what I'm also seeing from you guys is how to be content.
Right.
Yes.
Like there's the scripture where it's like I've learned to be content
Right,
in every
right,
season.
right.
When I had
Mhm.
nothing, I learned how to be
Man,
content with
man.
that. When I
Right.
have a lot, but now you guys are showing me, like, Terry, okay,
Yes.
you've had some success. It's okay to relax and enjoy that
okay.
season.
Right,
You
right.
still work, but
Yes.
work looks different.
Right.
And now
right.
you get to choose too what you work on.
Right.
Yes.
And you can kind of prioritize your time.
Right.
Yes.
So I like that.
Indeed.
It's so
Mhm.
important. It's scary. When you said that story, let me go back a little bit about the man. And we hear these stories all the time. Oh, I got so excited. My watch told me to breathe.
Oh, and y'all, with the food is here, so we won't stay on too much
Right,
longer
I'm
because
sorry,
the food will
Yeah, we
get
gotta
cold.
go eat. But I want to say this about what he said about this about the guy with the who had the freedom. I want y'all to understand this, and then Terry can end it how we want. I'm not breathing.
Breathe.
Terry can end this
Breathe.
on this part.
Breathe.
He said I want y'all to understand. The guy did not know how to receive freedom. That's all it was.
Mm.
Yep. You didn't know how to receive freedom.
It was uncomfortable to be free. Did y'all hear that?
Wow.
Tell me, how can something that came so easily disrupted your whole spirit? It's because we're so used to fighting and surviving
Yeah.
and going hard until when it's time and God has put something in our life to bring this beautiful shower over our garden. We like, oh my God, go get the umbrella.
Right.
Go get the tarp and cover up all that shower that was doing nothing but watering our seeds. Because we don't know how to embrace the good because we're so used to being on guard and standing strong when it's all right to just relax and embrace that moment and embrace that motion, man. We deserve this, y'all. 40 acres and a mule, the hell with that. Let's take the whole nation.
Yes.
We can do this. We can earn this back by just being obedient and relaxing and moving in the right way. Work smart. Work is in that word. Y'all heard that? It's still work.
But you working smart.
Right.
I mean, if I can't leave y'all with nothing else, I can leave y'all. I love y'all. I say this is not taken out of context. This is not no slogan. I love my people, man. I love y'all. That's why I begged this man to come on social media.
Yep.
Y'all are loved, each and every one of y'all. If you on here, I don't gotta know your name. I love you because that's just in my spirit, and I'm rooting for our people, man.
Yeah.
We are. If we can survive, goddamn it, we can thrive and we can live. This shit is not about survival. This is about living.
Yeah.
You get one opportunity at this life, man. One. And we got to make this thing rock and leave that imprint right here.
Yeah.
I'm done here. I just said that. I love my people, man. I'm
On that note, I feel like we should have like a benediction. But, but I will say on this, like, you guys, the reason why I love to do these videos and to just share my friends with you all is exactly what Sandy said. It's about learning how to receive freedom.
Mm-hmm.
And if nothing else, I hope that you guys see us and see that it is possible for your life too.
Yes.
And it's not going to be easy. None of us will say that our journeys have been easy to get here. Like, we've put in work. There's been like years of work to get where they are. Me, years. I've been trading 11 years. I didn't just have just yesterday I started trading and now I'm where I am.
Right.
But no, like, we've put in the work, but now we hope to inspire you guys and just to show you that freedom is on the other side.
Yes.
Just learn how to receive it so that you can have this lifestyle.
Yes.
If there's anything else that you guys want to know, I know we didn't get to answer all of your questions, but go ahead, put them in the comments. Please press like and press share on this video. If you know somebody who needed to hear this word today, please share it with them. But yeah, we love you guys. Y'all know I'm at Trade and Travel. If you want to learn more about it, check us out. A free webinar is itradeandtravel.com, and to enroll in the course is investwithterry.com. But yeah, y'all just learn how to receive freedom. That's all I got. Receive freedom.
That's it. That's it.
All
right. All right. Love you guys, and we'll talk to you all later.
Love y'all.
Peace.
For real.